was a boy in New York. Mischievous, restless, the kind of kid teachers warn you about. One day in the 3rd grade, he dipped a girl's ponytail in his inkwell. The teacher pulled his mother aside and said, "Your son is very smart, but he'll either grow up to be a gangster or somebody who does a lot of good." When he was 11, the family packed up and moved west to California. His father collected disability checks and never worked again. His mother sewed every night to keep food on the table. The boy watched it all. He saw how easy it was to game the system. But instead of copying it, he decided to build better systems. He grew up, he studied law, he married a girl whose parents thought he wasn't good enough. They judged his drooping eyelid, his background, his family. He wasn't welcome at their table. And that rejection lit a fire that never went out. When he became a lawyer, he did something crazy. He gave his work away for free. He drafted contracts for charities, helped nonprofits. Other lawyers laughed, but those charity boards were full of business leaders. He built relationships that money couldn't buy. And when he needed investors years later, guess who wrote the checks? In 1954, he rented a warehouse. No shelves, no decor, just plywood on sawhorses stacked with goods. And people drove hours to shop there. Families packed cars and caravans for the chance to save money. His rules? No gimmicks, no tricks. If sugar was cheaper at a competitor, he would put up a sign telling people where to go buy it. Radical honesty. And he paid workers double what others paid. People said that he'd go broke. Instead, he got loyalty, zero theft, and the best talent in town. Then came Texas. A bank demanded that he include segregation clauses in his loan. He refused. The bank blinked. Another city required separate dining counter for coloreds. He tore out the tables and chairs. If everybody had to stand, then everybody could eat together. Problem solved. His bare bones warehouses became classrooms of innovation. Limited selection, bulk sizes, annual memberships, concrete floors, forklifts buzzing. Every detail screaming one message: we save money so you can too. And while he built, others watched. Sam Walton of Walmart, Bernie Marcus of Home Depot, Jim Sinegal of Costco, even a young Jeff Bezos. They studied his playbook, copied his ideas, built additional empires on his shoulders. You may not know his name, but you've walked through his classroom every time you flash a membership card, every time you buy that $1.50 hot dog and soda, every time you click Join Prime. Because the boy predicted to be a gangster, instead became the father of the warehouse club. His name was Saul Price, who built the OG wholesale warehouse concept called Price Club, the direct forerunner of Costco. So what can we learn? What can we take away and use from this to create our own extraordinary success, to build our own legacy? Well, here's lesson number 1. Trust is the ultimate currency. Saul proved honesty builds customers for life. For business owners, stop trying to game your clients. For everybody else, stop playing games in your relationships. Be trustworthy. It compounds. Lesson 2. Pay more, get more. Higher wages buy him loyalty. For leaders, invest in your A players, those who earn it. For you personally, ask yourself where you've been cheap with your own growth, your own investment in books and training and health. Underinvesting costs more in the long run. And lesson number 3, simplify to amplify. He stocked fewer products in fewer sizes, and that efficiency builds empires. For businesses, cut the clutter, focus on what people really want. For life, stop trying to do everything. Pick the essentials, master them, ignore the rest. So, how are you going to live your life? Gangster or good? Each of us faces that choice every day. How do you treat people? How do you run your business? How do you live your life? Do it right, and your classroom, like his, will keep teaching long after you're gone. And who do you know that shops at Costco? Send them today's Darren Daily. I think they'll enjoy learning how it all came about.